Hello there. Welcome to the Beard Brothers Fantasy Football Podcast. I'm Beard Brother Dylan.
And I'm Beard Brother AJ.
And we are joined by our very special guest today, a fellow member of the CWFL Fantasy Football League, Melissa.
Hello.
Hola. We got a full show for you guys today. Forgot where I was going for a second.
Yeah, you did.
But we got a full slate ahead. We got news and injuries coming up. We got our Week 7 cream of the crop and the flippity flops.
Flippity flaps.
Champ or chance. We got our primetime pie results for Week 7 and our predictions for Week 8. Our starts of the week for Week 8 as well. Quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, per usual. CWFL updates. Boy, howdy. And a couple extra shout-outs at the end of the show. So I can't wait to jump right in. We're going to get right into the news and injuries. Anybody want to talk about the super sad one from the Thursday night game?
Oh, Pat Mahomes. When I watched them reset his kneecap back into place, I about jumped out of my recliner cringing. It was disgusting.
It was painful.
It was bad.
I mean, the good news is he walked off, essentially. And
they were going to cart him off. He waved off the cart.
Yeah, because he was able to walk.
Limp back. And to be fair, we'll keep...
To be fair,
we'll keep this short because it's happened on Thursday, so everybody has the news on it already.
Yeah.
So we know it's 3 to 5 weeks from what I'm seeing. They might keep him out through the bye week.
That's what I'm assuming, because somebody was saying that it's possible he comes back earlier than 3 weeks.
God, I hope not. And I honestly, I would love to have him back on my team, but
I don't even.
That's scary.
I think if he comes back that early, he's not going to perform as well as you want him to.
If he dislocated it on a freak thing like a QB sneak, I don't want him to come back early.
No, you don't want him to put any real pressure on that.
Right? If he dislocated it on a QB sneak, he could dislocate it in any number of situations.
Yeah, just
Especially,
running a straight line.
Week 9 against the Vikings.
Yeah, I know. You're hoping and praying. Melissa's the biggest Vikings fan we know. We've sort of mentioned that on shows before. But
I'm hoping he's out.
Hoping.
She'll bring the extremely bad puns. That's like her MO.
You're welcome in advance.
I'll say, other than that, how bad did Adam Thielen going down hurt you?
Right in the feels. Real bad.
Yeah. I'm assuming the hamstring probably popped or something during the run to the end zone.
No, he straight up just caught it in the back of the end zone and then slid into the wall.
Right.
But at least he did it on a cool play.
Yeah,
at least he got the touchdown.
He got some points on the board for me, and I'm not really worried about it being a long-term injury.
Especially
if he's going to bounce back.
Just to qualify it a little bit, for a player going out in the first quarter of it was first quarter or second?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was first quarter, yeah. And he still got you a good chunk of points in just that first quarter with a touchdown catch, so that's about the best you can hope for if you're going to have a player go down in the first quarter.
Can confirm.
So, and real quick too, he's going to be out for sure the Thursday night game because they have a short week this week. So, Take Adam Thielen out, put somebody else in.
Preferably Stephon Diggs if you have him, like I do.
I highly doubt, unless it's another
both of them?
Yeah, unless it's another Vikings fan, that they have both of them. But I completely got lost. I was in Facebook Messenger. I'm off doing other shit. So we got Adam Thielen out. Matt Ryan left with an ankle injury in the third quarter.
It was in the fourth.
Oh, was it in the fourth?
It was almost at the end of the game.
Or second half, yeah.
After, he decided to only put up 6 points anyway.
He didn't do
Aaron
shit.
Donald.
Yeah, he didn't do shit against that
not a damn thing.
Rams D.
And he has not missed a game since December 2009.
Look at you. Damn. Yeah, so...
That's a stat you didn't even bring up.
No. I don't get that deep.
Well, that's the only thing I read.
I believe.
That's what you got.
Yeah, and then we got a cool little drop for you guys later, so no spoilers. But yeah, it worries me. It does, because he's a high-end quarterback this year. He's by far one of the top 5 quarterbacks.
He's carried my Yahoo League quite a bit.
Yeah, and he's looked great. I know their team is trash because their defense is so bad, and it's a great game script for him because they're playing catch-up the entire way and throwing the ball. And they have the pieces to do that. So just keep an eye or two out on his injury report and see if he's going to be playing. Matt Schaub did fill in nicely, so the offense still moved. Or actually moved when they weren't before.
Yeah.
He went 6 for 65 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah.
So
did Matt Ryan get a touchdown in that game?
I don't
think he did.
No.
Will Fuller seems to have aggravated his hamstring. They're saying multiple weeks.
This one's scary to me because, one, Will Fuller has a gnarly injury history. He's been injured more often than not.
Because I think he missed. I think he only played 7 games last year.
Yeah, he didn't play he hasn't played a whole lot throughout his career.
Yeah, and he's finally putting up some good, serious numbers, and hamstring's going to keep him out at least, I think. I just keep seeing quote-unquote multiple weeks.
Yeah.
Nobody's set anything in stone.
Soft tissue stuff like this, we've mentioned it before on the show, is worrisome, especially even more so for a speed demon like Will Fuller.
Yeah.
So at least you won't have to get dreads confused for a little while, hopefully.
No, I mean, it still doesn't matter. Not like DeAndre Hopkins doesn't do much anyway. Even though he did this week.
He did this week. We'll get to that later.
I will say he should have had 2 touchdowns.
Oh, I know. God, I know. He's dropping balls at an alarming rate.
No, did you see the first one that got called back?
Oh, yeah.
Where they had Watson held, but he still got the ball off clean?
Yeah. Oh, no, they called it a sack. That's what it was. Yeah, they called it a sack.
Because they had his feet held.
Yeah, Watson's knee actually wasn't down on that play.
Never, not once.
I think there was a flag, too, and they ended up declining it
and
taking the sack.
I didn't see a flag.
Okay.
It was just called back because of the quote-unquote sack.
Yeah. And then we've got...
Kerryon Johnson.
Oh, God. This is a little painful for me because he's on my CWFL team.
I'd say he's in my Yahoo League, and he's been on my bench a lot because he hasn't really been performing. But
yeah, he hasn't performed up to where most people drafted him.
Correct.
I think he was drafted in 12-team leagues in the late second or early third round. So.
Let's say the Yahoo was a 10-man. I think I got him late third.
That makes sense.
So
you guys can hear me drinking my pink lemonade. But yeah, it does worry me because it's a knee issue. Adam Schefter tweeted out multiple weeks again.
Yeah, I've seen several, multiple.
3 or more is what I'm seeing right now. So hopefully he can get back soon because I'd like to see him play a little better. But
which is not good news for Detroit with Darius Slay out, too.
Yeah.
But
Darius Slay and Snacks Harrison both went down in that game against the Vikings, and that's their run D their pass D that had been so good with big play Slay out. You can start, I'm going to have to start Daniel Jones next week against the Lions. That makes me feel a little bit better if Darius Slay's not playing.
Yeah. 100%.
All right, guys. That's going to move us to our play of the week. And it's a pretty beautiful one. I wish we'll maybe eventually get to playing just drops of the in-game sound, which we are. There's no copyright on that kind of stuff, so we'll get to it. But Eric Ebron had a nasty one-handed catch in the back of the end zone.
Those were the highlights I dozed off during, so I didn't get to see it.
And it looked amazing. They originally called it no catch, and I saw it live. I was like, no bullshit, that was a catch. Then they ended up reviewing it, and he ended up getting a touchdown.
Was that the game where he had it at the very end of his fingertips?
Yeah, he just one-handed it. Yeah.
Jesus.
Kind of caught the nose of the ball.
I'm definitely going to have to look that one up.
Yeah, so if you guys get a chance, go ahead and look up that play because it was fucking sweet.
Remarkable.
But, all right, guys. That's it for our news, injuries, and play of the week. We're going to move right on to our Week 7 cream of the crop.
And flippity-flops.
Flippity-flops. Oh, yeah, real quick, too. Side note, news injury. Who wears short shorts? Odell Beckham. Yeah, Odell wears short shorts. He got fined $14,000 for wearing shorter than usual football pants.
They do not cover his knees.
Yeah, they didn't cover his knees. They were up to a little below.
And they fined him for it?
Yeah, $14K. He threw out a screenshot of the letter he got sent from the league and calling it bullshit. And he's working his way towards Antonio Brown levels of posting fines and calling it bullshit.
Jeez.
With the visor, I've seen multiple players with tinted or colored visors, at least tinted. It's crazy. I think that they're targeting him a little bit.
The league's just... they're playing a goddamn game.
We
run into
this. It's the Browns. Let them do something.
Preach.
We run into this in our real lives a little bit. Stop fucking micromanaging. Please.
Right.
Pretty please. All right, guys. So
that's super preach.
That's for sure going to move us on to our Week 7 cream of the crop and
flippity flaps.
All right. I'm going to pull up our statistical analysis.
Our statistical statistics.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're going to start with the quarterbacks right away.
Dodoy.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Just decided to go, you know what? Fuck everybody thinking I'm not doing so hot. Here's a buttload of points.
Yeah,
Merry Christmas.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Just retire.
And it's against Oakland's D, who's played above where they should have this year. So to this point, anyways. And I just traded him.
Yeah, you did.
He's a 35-year-old quarterback, and naturally, when I trade him, Pat Mahomes goes down with his fucking knee injury.
Yeah.
So I'm stuck with my backups of Sam Darnold, who looked like shit tonight. He's seeing spooky ghosts.
Spooky. I mean, it is October, so I get it. It's spoopy season.
Yeah, it's all over Facebook and Twitter
Oh,
already.
God, it got memed in a hurry.
Yeah. But, and then Daniel Jones. So I'm trusting a second-year guy, and, a guy who's basically out of his rookie year now. That was his 16th game started in Sam Darnold. So, and then a rookie guy in Daniel Jones. I'm going to have to start them this upcoming week because Dak's on bye. So,
yay!
Woo! But, all right.
But Aaron Rodgers went 429 for 5, and then even had a rushing touchdown. So, I mean, the man
6 TDs.
Yeah, the man was doing bits.
Yeah.
I mean, who wasn't starting him anyway?
I think that's only the third time in NFL history a quarterback has thrown for 5 touchdowns and run for 1 as well.
Jeez.
Yeah. 100 years.
That's a
me
lot.
sick.
Coming from the Vikings fan in the room, of course. But go ahead and talk about the next one, too, because I still don't have my
The second on the list was Matt Stafford, who had himself a pretty decent game. 29.6. Aaron Rodgers got you 43.8, by the way. I forgot to mention that. But Matt Stafford comes in with 29.6, 364 in the air for 4 passing touchdowns on 45 attempts.
All to the same fucking guy.
To Marvin Jones.
Yeah, I thought you called him DeMarvin. You said to Marvin.
Marvin Jones.
Marvin Jones.
And an interception.
Yeah,
he did throw an interception.
He did throw a pick in there, but still.
Makes me sick.
Still quarterback 2 on the week. I mean, they were down to the Vikings the entire game. It just
it was a great game.
led to him having to sling the ball all over the place. So,
Well, all over the place. You mean all over to Marvin Jones.
And I know you saw it, Melissa, but I don't know if AJ saw it. Xavier Rhodes on that 4th touchdown threw a fucking hissy fit.
Yeah.
Did he really?
Yeah, Marvin Jones caught it in front of him. Or it was the 3rd or 4th touchdown. And Xavier Rhodes just started, kicking and throwing his fucking hands in a fist and stomping off the field. So
That's funny.
Number 3, Melissa, you want to talk about
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins.
it? Yeah.
That's not the voice of confidence.
It's not. It's never going to be.
Yeah. He's
Kirk
bouncing
Cousins.
back in a big way, and he'll come up in a segment later, because I'm starting to believe a little bit.
I'm gonna run with it. I mean, I hope for $84 million you can start throwing to everyone.
Right? I mean, they have the pieces there between Kyle Rudolph and Irv Smith, and of course, well, not Adam Thielen in coming weeks, but Stephon Diggs is still, and this will boost him up a lot, I think.
Say Stephon Diggs is going to benefit greatly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm debating on whether I want to try to go back and pick up Kyle Rudolph.
I wouldn't.
But
Smith is
he's
great,
done
and-
anything.
Irv Smith ran more routes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. I mean, Kyle Rudolph's got, the tenure on the team, but I don't see it really mattering.
I think this is going to only help Delvin Cook even more. With
Oh,
catches,
100%.
Catches out of the backfield, because Thielen's their slot guy who's closest to Cousins, and that's his favorite person to throw to. Typically, not these last couple weeks, but I think it's going to benefit him, and I think it might help somebody like Irv Smith,
Yeah.
who's going to play closer to the quarterback. So
But,
vacated targets have shown that they go to the running back usually, so it'll spike Delvin Cook even higher than he already is.
And I own all of those players except for Kirk Cousins.
I know you do. And I have a ridiculous amount of Cowboys on my team. AJ's
Right.
got a ridiculous amount of Browns on
Not
his team.
really.
Well, you had a good amount.
I had Landry as well,
Mhm.
but I traded Landry out straight up for Julio to Alex.
You at least still have Chubbin and Joe.
I have Chubbin and Njoku, that's it.
Yeah.
So I'll be dropping Ricky Seals-Jones when
Yeah.
back.
Say Kirk Cousins though, he got you 29.2 points, 337 in the air for 4 touchdowns with no interceptions. So he had a pretty good game.
And I saw a stat somewhere on Twitter about he's now up there in air yards this year. Like, he's one of the top 3 quarterbacks in air yards, so he's throwing it deep now.
Now,
Yeah.
Within 3 games, he's
Yeah.
caught up. And he had an impressive -3 rushing yards.
Those were all on kneel downs at the end of the game. But, number 4, we're going to move right on. We got Jacoby Brissett.
Still proving me wrong.
Yep, Mr. Brisket himself. And it's making me happy because they're number 1 in the division now. And I know my bold prediction had them just making the playoffs and the Texans still winning. I know they're number 1 right now, so that could still flip-flop either way. But it's nice, man. It's firmly on that way to them making
100%.
the playoffs. Because they still look great without Andrew Luck. And I think it caps their ceiling a little bit. But he looks amazing. Had 326 yards in the air, 4 passing touchdowns on 39 pass attempts, which is not something you'd think you'd see from Jacoby.
No, not at all.
They're usually
or the Colts in general.
Yeah, just you think you'd see them pounding the ball with Marlon Mack and getting.
Looked like he was getting kind of stopped quite a bit.
Yeah, he was.
So it kind of made them pass a little bit more.
Number 5, I'm going to talk about this one myself because he was my QB start of the week.
Yeah, he was.
Bouncing back. Jared Goff the wagon. 268 yards, three
he almost had 3 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, no, 2 passing touchdowns. He did have a rushing touchdown as well. So, he was playing Atlanta, and that's the get-right game for most QBs.
Yeah,
so.
Atlanta's secondary is not looking so hot right now.
Yeah, it's bad.
At all.
They're fucking trash.
Hot garbage.
Number 6.
Lamar Jackson.
Won't stop running the ball, and I love it.
What a phenomenal game.
Oh, my God.
Was that English?
I couldn't spit it out. Phenomenal.
There you go.
Get the gum out of your mouth, Pete Carroll. That comes real well across an audio podcast.
I'm not even chewing.
I know it's not. No, it's not picking it up.
I just got a little bit of a draw.
I'm just giving you shit.
Say Lamar's on pace for 1,300 rushing yards.
Yeah, he's well on his way to
break the record.
Yeah, breaking the quarterback rushing record.
Who's got the record? Is it Vic?
It's Vic.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I think he finished with a little over 1,000 one year.
Yeah,
maybe close to 1,100. But yeah, he's the most fun player to watch in the league right now for me.
Oh, as a Browns fan, I shouldn't enjoy it.
I know, but he's so.
But he's so much fun because you never know what he's gonna do.
And I know it's erratic when he's passing the ball a little bit.
He's gotten a ton better from last year.
I know, but his down the field throws are still iffy naturally,
100%.
and they don't really. Marquise Brown was out, Hollywood, and he you could tell he just doesn't have the down the field targets unless Mark Andrews is running down the seam.
Right.
So. It's with him out. I don't think you're going to see as many passing yards as you did in those first couple weeks.
Mark no Andrews because he dropped everything. Lamar got you 21.3, 143 in the air, 116 on the ground.
And that's going to keep him. It's going to keep him up there.
Yeah,
and it looks like Yahoo's going to be right now that Lamar Jackson's going to finish as a better quarterback than Pat Mahomes.
He's still number 1 overall right now.
Yeah,
so he's the number 1 overall quarterback.
And that was before Mahomes. Well, Mahomes missed part of this week, but. I think even going into the week.
Yeah.
So that's a super weird thing. Josh Allen coming in at number 7. Tied at 7 technically. Andy Dalton and Josh Allen. Josh Allen had 202 yards passing, chipped in with 32 yards rushing, which is kind of what you expect from Josh Allen. Yeah, 2 passing touchdowns. Expected a bit more from him, honestly, against the Dolphins.
Miami. Yeah, Miami put up a hell of a fight.
Quick touch on the Bills' D, because everyone was super excited to start them. They saved it on that onside kick at the end of the game. They returned an onside kick at the end of the game for a touchdown, so they went from 6 points in standard defensive leagues to 12 on just that kick return. So that saved a lot of people's weeks. Andy Dalton with 21.3 as well, 276 yards. He actually chipped in with 33 yards rushing. He busted a longer one for a first down, yeah. Had a passing touchdown and a rushing touchdown. So he's flexible, man. Honestly, you can put him in on bye weeks and for injuries.
He's not a bad quarterback. No. He just doesn't. He's never really had the weapons around him.
He did when he first came in.
AJ Green.
Yeah, when he first came in, they had some talent there, but lately they just haven't done shit with him, and they're pushing hard with the Dolphins to finish home at 16 and get the first pick. And
maybe they'll both do it.
"Quote unquote" tank for Tua.
And then the head coaches will have to fight to the death to see who gets the first pick.
Yeah. Right. No coin flips in this bitch.
Nope. Fisticuffs.
I unfortunately think it goes to strength of schedule at that point.
Nope. No, just gotta fight.
Fight to the death. Pull a Joker and snap a pool cue in half and throw it in there.
Get at it.
Yeah. Or pool stick. Pool cue? Is that the
That's the same word.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that was right or not. I haven't played pool in a long time.
It's the same thing. Unless you're going to be like one of those snobby douchebags. It's the cue.
Yeah. Phillip Rivers with a bounce back week, finally. 329 yards passing, 2 passing touchdowns. Which was really nice because they played a pretty good defense in the Titans. So It was nice to see him bounce back. And then, you ready for it, Melissa? Finishing at number 10, Dak Prescott.
And that's it.
37 to fucking 10. I was so goddamn happy to see this game.
That was the bounce they needed.
Yeah, and it could have been much worse. They were playing because they were able to run the ball.
That team looked incredible because that was one of the first game highlights I watched. Dak looked insane. The whole team was just clicking on like an incredible rate.
He did throw a pick, and I did miss a little bit of the third quarter of this game because I was cooking, but I didn't see his interception, so I don't know if it was bad or if it was good. But he did come up with 239 yards passing, 30 yards rushing, a passing touchdown, and a rushing touchdown. And that was with them, Zeke well over 100 yards.
Yeah, Zeke had
they were running the fuck out of that ball. And against the Eagles' defense, who's been amazing. They've been super stout against the run this year. So that's my little tidbit on the Cowboys this week.
I accidentally clicked off my stats because I'm a big old dummy.
Whatever. Number one at running backs. Everyone knows Chase Edmonds.
They know him now.
Yeah, and it's... So, Matthew Berry, I don't know, he had another rant. Because there was a thing, and I tweeted it out when it happened. It was like a little animated thing.
Yeah, the thing is you should have started Chase Edmonds.
Yeah. How? Fuck you, Cardinals. Because how the fuck was anybody supposed to know? You said David Johnson was playing.
Yeah, Cliff Kingsbury comes out and says, yeah, he's going to start. We're going to give him a shot.
And
plays one play.
Yeah.
Was
a 2-yard run.
A 2-yard run. He's like, nah, I'm out.
Yeah, and then they come out after the game, and Cliff Kingsbury says that he was there for emergency situations.
Yeah, he just wanted to try out how his foot
So
felt.
many fantasy players were fucking tweeting at them and just completely outraged. Because I have Chase Edmonds. Melissa knows this. She tried to trade me for him.
There goes that.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Trade offer.
But
35 points on your bench.
Yeah, but that's my point. Nobody started him.
Nobody did.
Nobody started him.
And
at
if
all.
you did, it was like a long shot because it's probably a super deep.
And Matthew Berry said in ESPN leagues, you want to know the percentage of people that started David Johnson because they said it was healthy? He practiced more this week than he did last week.
It was probably like 99%.
97% of people started David Johnson.
Of course.
So
it's David Johnson.
Completely fucked everybody. So yeah, Chase Edmonds, 194% snap percentage. So roster him at least because
how were you supposed to know?
Yeah, he looks super talented, and I think they are going to start to split time with him more with David Johnson getting up there for running back age. But 126 yards rushing, 24 receiving yards. I think on two catches on 4 targets. Yeah. Excuse me, 3 rushing touchdowns. That Giants D is awful. Start your players against Giants D.
Correct.
So, yeah, pick him up. I'd spend a good chunk of fab money if he's still out there. He shouldn't be in most leagues, but I'd grab him.
Especially because the outlook on David Johnson is iffy. I've seen some reports say he's day-to-day. Some don't know how bad his ankle really is. But they got Jay Ajayi and Spencer Ware coming in for tryouts.
Yep.
Which makes me think they're looking for depth because Johnson's going to be out longer than they think.
Or just to have
Or they're just trying to have some depth.
Yeah, have an insurance policy.
That's like because I also hear that Jay Ajayi is looking at the Lions as well. So...
Yeah, I want him on a roster because he's got talent.
Oh, he's good.
I want to see him bounce back from his ACL injury, though. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, roster him, grab him. He's going to be cheap. If you've got the fab money or if you've got waiver priority, wait to see until he signs with a team, maybe.
Yeah.
But
because depending on what team he's on, you may not want to pick him up.
Yeah, if he ends up on the Lions, though, that's
100%.
That's a RB. Low or high end RB3, low end RB2 maybe. So
if he goes to the Dolphins, don't get him.
Yeah, exactly. He's not going back there. There's no chance in hell. Which I saw a list of all the running backs that finished, all 3 running backs. Mark Waldenberg, and say hi to your mother for me. And then who are the other 2? God, Kalen Ballage and Kenyon Drake.
Yeah.
Each one of them positionally finished better than like a shit ton of like high end fantasy players, and this year is weird, guys. I'm just letting you know. It's a weird year for us to get into.
Sports are weird.
Into fantasy football.
In our league, there's a lot of Dolphins available, and I do not want any
Nope.
part of that offense.
No, God,
at all.
I don't care if this one week they perform better than other people.
They
are going to be hot garbage the rest of the season.
And Chad has him, but Preston, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, totally. I know his name because he's super relevant.
Yeah, but he gets targets, so he's in. Honestly, especially in deeper leagues and like 12-man leagues, he's a good flex option because he
at least in a PPR league because he's going to get those targets.
And we don't know yet because the offense for the Dolphins came out and actually looked decent.
Kind of clicked against the Bills.
Yeah, and it's because of Ryan Fitzmagic, and they honestly had a shot in this game up until the second half hit, and the Bills just were like, oh, we got to get our shit together, and then they ended up doing it. So
They didn't have much of a choice. They were about to lose to the Dolphins.
Right?
They were going to ruin their 0-16.
I can't wait to see if the Dolphins win a game or win. I hope that the Bengals win a game because I always root for Cincinnati because I've got friends down there and I like going down there. It's a cool town, city. But I
said very few people.
Right. But I want to see like Twitter just fucking blow up on whatever team one of those two teams beats.
Because if you at this point if you lose to the Dolphins, your team is getting fucking roasted.
Yeah.
Just fucking roasted.
How do you lose to a team actively trying to lose? And then hold on, just.
Let's say after that was.
Yeah, go ahead and talk about the next.
Latavius Murray put up 32 points
on our waiver wire.
Yeah, right. That's because nobody expected Alvin Kamara to go out.
Well, no, I expected Kamara to go out, but I chose Chase Edmonds because I thought he had more upside, and I don't have a whole lot of spots left that I want to move around. So I chose Chase Edmonds over Latavius Murray, which technically was the better move by 3 points. But it was Latavius Murray against the Bears D. I wasn't super big into it. Akeem Hicks is out for the Bears. And the last 2 times that they've played, they had a bye week last week, but before that, Josh Jacobs ran all over them.
Yeah, they seem to be weak against the run right now.
It's weird, because like last year, statistically, they were ridiculous against... They didn't give up like a rushing touchdown until like week 9.
They were ridiculous against everybody, though.
Yeah, and it's...
I love Latavius Murray. I think he's got good legs. Former Viking.
Yeah, of course.
And, I had him at the beginning of the season.
I'm going to give you a quick bit of trivia. Who did he play for before the Vikings?
I don't know.
Oakland Raiders.
See?
The Raiders. But yeah, that's what I was doing.
Let's say because he had 119 yards on the ground. He got himself into the end zone twice on the ground. He had 31 receptions, 31 receiving yards on 5 receptions. Excuse me, he'd be a lot higher than 32 points with 31 receptions.
That Preston I was talking about, by the way, is Preston Williams for the Dolphins.
Cool.
Yeah.
Don't care.
Yeah. No, I'm throwing. No, seriously though, I'm throwing it out there.
There's gonna be somebody.
We need to give some unbiased opinions. I know the Dolphins suck ass, but with Fitzpatrick throwing the ball, they got some life. Devontae Parker looked decent too. So
we'll say anybody past the six yards out from the line of scrimmage is gonna look good because Fitzpatrick doesn't see or anything shorter than that.
All right. Next, did you go over the stat line for Latavius?
Yes, I did.
Okay, yeah, 119, 2 touchdowns.
I was going to let Melissa talk about number 3.
Dalvin Cook.
She cleared her throat everything for that one.
The Silver Bullet, I've dubbed him. He has an incredible amount of talent.
Yeah.
I was just letting it go because I wasn't sure where you were going with that.
And we'll make it quick on him because everyone knows he's a top 5 running back. You're starting him, you're playing him. 142 yards rushing, only 7 receiving yards on 1 reception, which you want to see him a little more involved in the passing game, which I think we will. We talked about that earlier.
Yep.
2 rushing touchdowns against Detroit's D, especially because they're super squishy against the run, especially with I said especially again with Snacks Harrison out. They're big 350-pound D tackle.
Snacks.
Highest rated D tackle in Madden, I believe.
Nerd.
Yep. Same thing for number 4, Zeke Elliott, 111 rushing yards. Had a boom week again.
Boom.
Yeah.
Big boom.
111, had 36 yards receiving. They were checking down to him quite a bit.
Yep.
Finished with 6 receptions for 36 yards. Did run one into the end zone, too.
But, again, who's not starting him?
Yep.
Speaking of snacks, Zeke said, "Feed me."
Oh, yeah. Many times that game. Many times.
And he got fed. Big bowl of cereal and all.
Number 5, Austin Eckler. Over 50% snap count.
Yeah,
Super happy to see that.
It's really weird.
Eckler, greater sign Melvin Gordon. Melvin Gordon fucked that game for them because they were going into the end zone. They had plenty of time. Fumbled it at the 1-yard line, and the Titans came up with it. Yep, cost them the game.
That last minute of that game was so tense.
It was, and there was just so many weird things happening.
Little stupid things that kept delaying.
Eckler got tackled at the 1-yard line. Melvin Gordon got tackled at the 1-yard line. They called that back. They called it a touchdown for Eckler. Got called back. They called it a touchdown for Gordon. Got called back to the 1, and then. Third time's the charm, I guess. They just fucking fumbled. Melvin Gordon did.
It was I was only watching highlights, not even in real time, but I was still just like.
No, you were there for that. No.
No, we had gone out for the pie at that point. Yep. I think because I was watching the highlights. I'm like, what is going on? I don't remember checking the score on.
Yeah, because I remember I was like, I need Austin Eckler to keep getting me points against Melissa.
Yeah.
So,
had he got that touchdown, you'd been fine.
No, I still was fine, but got me just enough. Apparently. Sony Michel coming in at number 6 did leave tonight. This was not in our injury news because we
don't know what happened.
Well, yeah, we record right as the game ends for Monday night. So Sony Michel did go out with a knee injury. He didn't look great. He had like one run of more than 10 yards, and he didn't look amazing. 42 yards rushing. He did get into the end zone 3 times. They used him on the goal line. That's what you want to see from Sony. So that's the
Correct.
big thing. You're not expecting big 100-yard games. You're not expecting to see him involved in the passing game. Real quick too, Brandon Bolden caught one out of the backfield and got completely fucking front flipped. And what did Sierra say it looked like? Because he's got super long blonde dreads.
Yeah.
Like super long, like down to the middle of his back almost. And he got upended as he flipped. His hair went vertical. And it was like straight down while he was flipped upside down. And said it looked like somebody spilled a bowl of pasta noodles.
Maybe that's why Darnold said he was seeing ghosts.
And then, so, we got some top-end running backs for kind of the rest of the way. Aaron Jones finished with 18.3, 50 rushing yards, 33 yards receiving. Did get a receiving touchdown. I would have liked to see him get more in this game, honestly. But they're splitting time with Jamal Williams, so if Jamal Williams is available, pick him up.
I mean, really, Jamal Williams didn't finish that far behind him.
Yeah.
Because Jamal was at 13.1.
Yeah, they each got a touchdown, yeah.
So after that was Derek.
Real quick, I just want to go over the snap percentages for those two. 57% for Aaron Jones, 40% for... It's almost a 50-50 split.
Mm-hmm.
So they're both going to be out on the field, so it's just kind of hit or miss which one's going to go off that week.
And I say Derrick Henry had a pretty decent week. He put up 17.8. 90 on the ground, 18 in the air, and he had a rushing touchdown himself.
He got saved a good amount by his rushing touchdown came late in the fourth. His rushing touchdown was what ended up being the game-winning touchdown. So Saquon, good bounce back. I didn't expect a normal boom game from him. He had 17 points. That's about where I expected him to finish in his first week back. He was out 86% snap count. That's what I wanted to see.
Yeah. I didn't expect, the 30 points you're typically expecting to get from Saquon. They're like 20 to 30. I figured he'd be maybe at 20, depending on, how the defense played against him. But for a bounce back game after that high ankle sprain, I'm pretty excited.
Oh, and real quick too, both him and Evan Ingram left the game at one point, and we're both back in. So keep a close eye on them on their practice reports throughout the week. And then last but not least, Royce Freeman still stealing points away from Phillip Lindsay again.
Still somehow being relevant.
Mm-hmm. 63% of snaps, only had 35 yards rushing, 32 yards receiving. On 4 receptions, so he's getting involved in the passing game for a bigger guy. It's nice to see, and did have a rushing touchdown. Leonard Fournette just finishing outside the top 10 at 11. Move us right on to wide receivers. Cream of the crop. Number 1, the guy with 4 fucking touchdowns, like we mentioned, Marvin Jones. He's a flex option. He's not going to do that.
I don't see it being consistent because they still got Kenny Galladay out there as well. Yeah. But, he had 43.3 points, 10 receptions for 93 yards and 4 touchdowns. It seemed like he was the one Matt Stafford was going to put all his faith in.
Yeah, every time too. Like he was just lobbing them up to him in the end zone, and he was coming down with them.
And he's like, mine.
Which is funny because him and Galladay are both about the same size. Marvin Jones is a little bit skinnier, but Marvin Jones is 6'2", yeah, and Kenny Galladay is 6'3". So they're both good, viable red zone options for him. And Hawkinson, too, if he can hold on to the fucking ball.
Right. Seems to be dropping. TJ Droppinson.
Number 2, Zach Pascal. He's not in our champ or chance, but I'm giving him a chance anyways. Like, he was just a chance. Only out for 47% of the snap count. And, Houston's secondary is awful. I just don't see this from him every week. T.Y. Hilton still looked great in this game. I want to say he finished.
T.Y. still finished 10th at 19.4.
Yeah, exactly. But, he looked great. I highly doubt anybody was starting him.
Not in our league. He's in the waivers.
Yeah, exactly.
106 in the air on 6 receptions for 2 touchdowns. I don't see that consistently.
No, not at all.
That's the first time I think he's been anywhere near this. Mm-hmm. Right now he's the 48th wide receiver overall.
Yeah. So, finally, the bounce back.
Finally.
Everybody's been waiting for. Could have been 2 touchdowns, but he did finish with 1 at least. and finished as wide receiver 3 on the week in PPR leagues. Of course, we go over full PPR. I know a lot of other podcasts cover half point. The ballers come to mind.
Yeah.
But 9 receptions, 106 yards, and a touchdown, targeted 12 times. This is what people have been wanting to see. They got what they wanted.
And I really think it's only going to go up now that Fuller's gone.
Yeah, exactly.
Because now there's not multiple targets. All those targets are probably, or not, I shouldn't say all of them.
God, no.
A good chunk of them are going to probably end up going more towards Hopkins.
Yeah.
And
Duke Johnson and Kiki QT.
And, well, yeah, especially Kiki Q, because even QT looked...
Thanks, Michael Myers.
Even QT looked good in that game.
Or Jason. I'm fucking up my references.
So... say...
I don't know.
It's technically Kiki Ma Ma Ma.
No, I was trying to say
Qt's
like last name, but
yeah.
it
would be Kiki QTT.
So I'm on the flippity flops list.
But yeah, I mean he got a big bounce back. Allen Robinson, the garbage man can.
Yeah.
Ruined me in my pay league. Got the other guy just enough points to end up beating me by 5.
10 receptions for 87 yards and a touchdown.
16 targets. And all of this was in garbage time. Almost all of this was in garbage time.
Yeah.
They were down big to the Saints at home too, I believe. They were in Chicago for this game.
Yeah.
Yep.
Soldier Field.
Yeah. They just couldn't soldier on.
I'm still holding out hope for Trubisky. I think that kid was great in college, and he's got some potential.
He started 1 year.
But I was about to say, he was great in college for 1 year for UNC.
Yeah.
UNC is a basketball school.
Right.
All of the clips that I've seen of this kid, he has... he's good in the pocket. He's got.
See, if you're watching clips from college, that's different. Watch all the clips from him in the NFL.
Here's my big thing in
preseason when he's not playing against top lines.
No. He is sometimes because he plays with first string, so he's going usually against most other.
Well,
first
we don't
stringers.
have to waste too much time on it. I'm just putting it out there. When this kid becomes like a big star.
You heard it.
You'll be sorry.
If
you want to make a pie bet on that?
I don't want to make a pie bet
on
that.
Hold on.
Because I'm saying like within the next 5 years.
No, I'll give you that. You'll be my friend in 5 years, I assume. And I'm hoping we're still doing this podcast. I'll say.
Let's mark it on a calendar.
Do you want to go by the end of next year? Are you okay with that?
No, I said 5 years.
5 years? Well, that's too long.
Listen, he needs time. He needs some time.
I don't know. He's got the offensive coach right now in Matt Nagy, and he's still underperforming most of the time. Everything I hear coming out of camp this preseason is that he's regressing, and he's looking worse. So
I think it's in his head, and he's like in a relationship, so that's probably messing with him a little bit.
See,
I don't know.
He's the 29th QB overall.
He did miss time
for now.
Yeah.
I'll
make I'm holding out hope.
Bet that he gets top 20.
You want to make a pie
top
bet?
20? What, within the next year?
That's up 9 spots by the end of the season.
By the end of the season, will you pie bet AJ that he finishes 20 or better?
Because I will take that bet.
Let me get back to you. Just move on.
By the end of the show. It has to be on air.
I'll have a definitive answer.
Okay. After Allen Robinson, Michael Thomas still looks great. I'm super stoked for when Drew Brees comes back because he's doing this now without Drew Brees there. 9 receptions for 131 yards, had 11 targets. I mean, he looks amazing.
He was open. Even when he wasn't open, he was just snagging everything. I think he cheated. He probably had glue on his hands. But he just looked great. And he's another one of those guys you're going to keep starting. He's out there. He's constantly performing at a high level.
And I didn't realize, number 6, Alex Erickson, another waiver wire guy, yeah. The Bengals wide receiver. Everyone was all high on Auden Tate, the other Golden Tate. Alex Erickson was apparently the guy to grab, and I think we're still a little ways off of AJ Green. So I mean, maybe take a look at it. He was out there for 94% of the snaps.
He was 3-2, 0 against Pittsburgh, 1 against Arizona, 10 last week, and 21 this week.
Yep.
I don't know where this is coming from. I wouldn't waste it.
No, I wouldn't either. I mean, if it's a free waiver bid, if you want to do a $0 bid on them,
need something.
Yeah,
deep,
exactly.
But
MVS, I probably on most people's benches because most people were assuming he wasn't going to play. Finished with 2 receptions for 133 yards and a touchdown. One of them was a late game, I want to say it was 70-some yard touchdown, where he just kind of tightrope the sideline from Aaron Rodgers, and got himself in the top 10 for wide receivers on the week. I'm not super big on MVS myself, but we'll see once Devontae Adams comes back.
He's just all over the place. It's nothing. He's not been consistent.
Inconsistent.
I have him in a league, and it's just like I never know if I should put him in there. I never know if I should sit him because I don't know which MVS is going to be there.
Number 8.
Stephon Diggs.
Can you dig it?
Can you dig it? I love that movie and that video game. For anybody who's into the Warriors, check out the old PS2 Warriors game. I actually think you can get it on PS4. I have it. Yeah, you can. I have it. Super awesome movie. Super fun game. Anyways.
So he got 20.2 points, 7 receptions for 142 yards. No touchdowns, but he's still. If you got him in a PPR league, you're pretty happy with those.
He got really close on that last drive. He got tackled at the 4-yard line.
It's frustrating.
Yeah. I mean, you have Dalvin Cook. You have Dalvin Cook, anyways, who got the touchdown.
Just in general.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
as a Vikings fan, it is frustrating. I want to see Diggs, blow up.
I don't even want to talk about this guy. Corey Davis finished at number 9. Yeah,
But see, he couldn't even put up points against Cleveland.
Yeah.
So how am I supposed to trust him to do
I don't
that
know, man. He's just not. He's just not great.
Good.
Yeah, and we'll see if maybe roster him to see if this Tannehill thing.
Yeah, see, Tannehill could be the saving grace for him at this point.
Yeah. T.Y. Hilton finished number 10, 6 receptions on 11 targets. He'll haul in more of those in coming weeks. 74 yards and a touchdown.
Seems to be feeling pretty all right after the quad.
Mm-hmm.
Moving pretty good. So
John Brown, he was almost my start of the week last week.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Spoiler alert, he is this week. But 5 receptions for 83 yards and a touchdown. The pass that Josh Allen threw to him was beautiful. Like, he threw it on a line, like, right to him. And he had just, like, a step and a half on the DB, and he just zipped it right to him and just walked into the end zone.
Nice.
So. I'm big on Brown. I think he's good. He's
what can Brown do for you?
Get you touchdowns.
Yeah. Danny Amendola sneaking in as a wide receiver 1 with 8 receptions for 105 yards. I mean, he's a sneaky PPR play. If you got some bye week issues and injury issues, maybe think about throwing him in.
So I just moved ahead to the tight ends.
Mm-hmm.
Good God, the separation betwing number 1 and
yeah,
number 2.
he almost doubled up everyone else in the position.
Yeah, that is just outrageous.
Yeah, Dylan. I was combining his first and last name. Darren Waller. I keep wanting to call him the Walrus because of the Ballers. The Ballers. God, that was awful.
31.6 points.
Yeah, 7
for a tight end.
Yep.
Astounding.
He's a week winner, and he's a potential league winner with how well he's played this year.
Yeah, because he's consistent.
He got that extension and was proven that he was worth it. And his super good story, if anybody has a chance, I think the video of just his story is on YouTube from Hard Knocks this preseason. He was a super. God damn it, I can't even word right now. He had really big addiction issues when he played for the Ravens and bounced back, got himself clean. And I mean, it was rough to even hear him talk about it. He was like, I'd take anything I could get, Molly or Coke or whatever I could get my hands on. I was doing it, and he got healthy, got on the Raiders, and a little worrisome that a guy who's clean and sober is playing for the Raiders. But it's a super good story. I root for the guy. It's hard not to.
He had 2 touchdowns. Could have had 4.
Yeah.
He had 2 of them called back.
Mm-hmm.
So that would have been another, 8 points?
Yeah.
Or is it 6?
Or no, it's 6. It's 6 per.
He'd had another 12. He'd have been at 43 points.
At least 12. That's not including the reception and the yardage. So
yeah.
Yeah, he could.
So he would have been minimum 43.
What was Jason super on last week? Nuclear. He could have gone absolutely nuclear, which he already did. Number 2, Eric Ebron.
With his beautiful fingertip catch.
Yep. 4 receptions for 70 yards and a touchdown. He's a viable tight end option, honestly. With how icky it can be at times, with guys like Ertz and Kelsey and Kittle underperforming this year.
I had Ebron last year and dropped him.
Yeah, I know you did.
Because he was with Detroit last year.
Or no, he was with the Colts last year.
I thought he was with the
No, you traded him to Alex.
That's right.
Yeah. But Kyle Rudolph, another Viking, making it onto the list.
Somehow relevant magically all of a sudden when I drop him.
Still.
I'll take it.
16.8 points, 5 receptions, 58 yards, and a touchdown.
Oh, I might have been wrong on that thing earlier. I don't know I think Irv Smith ran more routes. I could be wrong on that. But Kyle Rudolph was out there for 75% of snaps. Irv Smith Jr. was only out there for 40... Where'd he go? Or 56. So, if there is a Vikings tight end to own, it's Kyle Rudolph. So, go... I mean, if you're having tight end issues...
Like I am.
Give him a look-see. Jimmy Graham, back from the dead. 16.5 points, 4 receptions for 65 yards and a touchdown. He actually looked nimble in this game, too.
For an old man.
Yeah, and he had a sideline catch where he cut it back inside and ended up getting a first down on it, and it was just nice to see he had a little bit of his movement back because, I mean, he's got 2 goose eggs.
It's not very consistent, and I'm not.
No, it's not.
Oh, I'm not buying that.
And he's a top 12 tight end, but once you get past, like, the top 5, it's not that great anyway.
But see, then once, what's his name comes back, I'm drawing a blank. Is it Adams?
Oh, yeah, Devontae Adams.
Yeah, once Adams comes back, some of those targets are going to go away.
Yeah, and Hunter Henry looking like a...
he's going to be your starting tight end, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
He's catching everything that Rivers is throwing to.
Unless you're Alex is going to have to flex in a tight end because he's going to have to start Kittle every week, and he's got Hunter Henry on his bench in the last 2 weeks, and it's bit him in the ass both times. So
if you had Henry and Waller, who would you start?
Both.
Waller.
If you had to pick.
I mean, if you had to pick, I'd start Waller, but I would find a way to flex in Hunter. Honestly, it depends on what other pieces you have, of course.
Yeah, but
I don't always advocate starting 2 tight ends, but when you have 2 guys,
I had to last week because I had no choice.
I have Waller and Ertz in my pay league, and there are times where I legitimately would just rather flex in Waller, and I mean flex in Ertz at this point because Waller's clearly the better tight end.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's not a strategy I'm super big on, but if you have 2 of those top end guys, I can't stress that enough. But if you have, like, Darren Waller and Jimmy Graham on your roster...
You're starting Waller every time.
Yeah, you're not starting...
And Jimmy Graham's taking a nap on your bench.
Exactly. Gerald Everett coming in at number 6, 4 receptions for 50 yards and a touchdown. Austin Hooper still looking like a tight end 1, 4 receptions. Did get that 1 touchdown from...
But say, Hooper is the number 1 tight end on the year right now.
And, I mean, he saved his week by getting that touchdown at the end of the game.
Which blows my mind that he's number 1 over Waller, the way Waller's been playing.
From Vincent Van Gogh himself, Matt Schaub with his...
Half ear.
All right, and then the people who wanted to start Jared Cook got screwed by Josh Hill. 3 receptions for 43 yards and a touchdown, so... I'm completely off of Jared Cook. I'm dropping him.
Yep.
I
don't
had him
at the beginning of the league, and I dropped him.
Yeah, I don't have him in any leagues, but I'm saying if you do,
I think I rolled with it for like 2 weeks. I was like, no,
not worth it.
No, fuck this.
He wasn't good. He was not good in Oakland. I knew he wasn't going to be good in New Orleans.
No, he was very good in Oakland. He was a top 6 tight end last year.
I don't remember him playing that well in Oakland.
No, he was super hit or miss. He'd go off for those big games, and then he'd goose you another week. So
yeah,
he was inconsistent. But yeah, all right, guys. Snake
it to the tight ends with the flippity flops.
Yes, sir.
Zach Ertz, 5.8.
Yep.
Mark No Andrews, 5.9. Guys that you're expecting.
Speaking of no hands, Jack Baby Hands Doyle, 5.1. I don't think a lot of people were expecting it.
Ben Watson, 4.8, but nobody's really expecting a whole lot.
Darren Fells, when people were starting to kind of get on that train a little bit,
came out with, him.
Yeah, with 4.7. I still did better than my tight end. My big flop of the week, fucking Evan Ingram, against the Cardinals D, who've given up at least
all
14. Yeah, 14. Yeah. They average like 14 points to tight ends or some shit like that.
This week.
Yeah, I know.
1.6.
Sorry, buddy. Jeremy Sprinkle. But yeah, 1.6 points for Evan Ingram. That hurt a lot of people.
Kittle, I mean, even Kittle only put up
6.8.
Which, that's kind of what you're expecting out of a tight end, I think, half the time. So
what did Hawk finish with?
5 point...
Yeah, he's up there too, then.
Yeah, he's 6.2. He was just above no Andrews.
Yeah. That's like right near the line. But all right, guys, moving on to flippity-flop wide receivers.
Keenan Allen, back-to-back weeks of the flippity-flop.
Yep.
Only 10 points.
Again, he was wide receiver 1 after week 3, and he's just...
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just that offensive line's so bad they don't have enough time to look for him downfield. And Phillip Rivers has been off this year, so Cooper Kupp with 11 points, Emmanuel Sanders with 11 points, not big on those.
Brandon Cooks only got you 9.9.
Yeah, DJ Chark do.
DJ Chark's on the
that
ones and
surprises
twos.
me, but still with 10 points, I mean, for a flop week, I'll take it.
Yeah. I bet he's been a wide receiver one this year, so you expect a
I'm
little bit
starting
more
him.
on him.
I mean,
especially against the Bengals, man.
Yeah, that was
I
kind of weird.
expected bigger things with Minshew and him, too.
Yeah. I got you. I was choosing not to acknowledge the joke. We need a soundboard bad.
I'm working on it.
Tyler Boyd, 7.5. Alan Lazard, 7.2. The Lazard.
Yeah, I picked him up on a hope that he was going to continue that.
Whoa, living on a prayer. Yeah, I did. I went over him real quick with Cooper Kupp, too.
Let's say
That's about most of what I'm seeing. Michael Gallup a little bit, 6.4. You expected a little more against the 32nd ranked against wide receiver defense of the Eagles against wide receivers. So, all right, guys, it's gonna move us on to flippity flop at running back.
Philip Lindsay, only 4.2 points this week. After
Kenny Golladay with 3.1. I knew I was missing one.
Let's say Philip Lindsay put up 15.5 last week.
Oh God, hold on real quick. We missed a couple wide receivers. Larry Fitzgerald with 2.2. What are we looking at? Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, he'll be on there. Robbie Anderson with 2 points. Yikes. Will Fuller went out with his injury, of course, 1.6. So, I mean, nobody really expected much of Robbie Anderson, anyways.
No, not against Pat's defense.
Yeah. Seeing ghosts. Ooh. All right, now I gotta scroll way back up for running backs. Yeah, Matt Breida, 4.6.
Who got poked in the eye.
Mm-hmm.
Did he? What?
He got poked in the eye in the second half on Sunday and finished with 8 carries for 35 yards.
Yeah, and everyone, go look up the highlights of that game because it was a slip and slide.
Oh, yeah, because I watched, who was it?
Nick Bosa. After he got the sack.
His, 15-yard slide.
There was another one where Jimmy Garoppolo was rolling out to his right, and one of the Redskins defenders went to grab him, and then he slid so far he was almost able to grab him again. But yeah,
Marlon Mack only got you 8.6 this week.
Yeah, Mark Ingram 6.3. Miles Sanders came back to earth with 6.2. Did you just say Melvin Gordon?
No.
Okay, yeah, Melvin Gordon was 6.9. Joe Mixon somehow got in the end zone and only finished with 7.4 points. So, looking pretty rough. God, Brandon Bolden was better than most of those guys. Lev Bell with 8.6.
Yep.
Didn't expect much against Pat D again. Marlon Mack 8.6. LaShawn McCoy getting a little closer to the line with 9.6. Chris Carson, I would say, is a flop. 10.4.
Yeah, you expect more out of Chris Carson.
Yeah, I mean, he did have
such a super run-heavy offense.
But they got down, so Russell was having to throw a lot. So, all right, guys, flippity flops at the quarterback position.
I'm just gonna throw out Matt Ryan right now because I don't even know where he's at.
Even before the injury, it didn't matter. He was a flop.
Matt Ryan 1.6 points.
Daniel Jones, you expected more against the Arizona defense, 8.4. Especially Kyler Murray on the opposite end. Only 104 passing yards and only 28 yards rushing, 7 points.
Jimmy G, 6 points.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bunch of quarterbacks that didn't even start that still finished better than Sam Darnold.
Yeah, Mike Glennon had a fake field goal touchdown pass.
Yep.
The backup for the Raiders. Carson Wentz 5.8. Jimmy G, I'm not starting him, honestly.
No.
They're piggybacking mostly on that run game and that fucking defense.
That defense is stout.
Yeah, and I know the Patriots defense is like the one to own, but if you have the Niners D, they're a great start, yeah.
You're still in good shape with the Niners D.
I see Joe Flacco 3.5, but you're really not expecting a whole lot. Case Keenum's hot garbage anyway, so it's
he looked good at the beginning of the year, but it's just especially in that super rainy mess of a game that they had.
Well, so who would you rather have, Case Keenum or Kirk Cousins?
Kirk, 130,000%.
Kirk Cousins.
Oh, you're talking about in the NFL?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, as a quarterback? Well, if we can go back to 2016. Case Keenum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The miracle in Minnesota.
Jesus.
Or the miracle in Minneapolis.
Minneapolis miracle.
Oh! I completely fucked up. Shout out to atbsports.net. With presented by
the ones presenting us.
Yeah. So
that is your job, sir.
No, I know.
Smash the show. Start over.
No, we're an hour into this. We are
absolutely not. But it's in here. So ATB Sports have wonderful articles. Alex wrote another banger for about the Patriots and not being super stoked about it, and then they go out and shut out the Jets. So
yeah, I think he's just kind of keeping it mellow,
tempering expectations.
He does sort of the oh my god, Tom Brady, jerk off time, and just ruin the hopes and dreams of the entire team.
All right, guys, all done with cream of the crop and the flippity flops. We're gonna move right to champ or chance, and it's the top 3 scorers of the week. We've got Chase Edmonds. I'm giving him a champ.
I'm giving him a chance.
I think, like I said,
it's only one game.
Chase, I know, and I'm not expecting this kind of output naturally.
I would say chance with champ potential.
Yeah, but I'm saying champ just because I think he's better than David Johnson at this point. And I saw people tweeting about it, about how he's doing to David Johnson what David Johnson did to Chris Johnson. If you remember CJ2K.
No, I don't.
When he used to play for the Titans, was really good. And then played for the Cardinals. David Johnson kind of took over, and then it was just David Johnson's awesome. And I think that might be the start of this, and that's kind of calling my shot a little bit with it, but I like the talent that I see with Edmonds a lot.
I say champ.
And a girl.
But I'm not saying it couldn't happen. I'm just saying it's one game. Nobody really knows the extent of David Johnson's injury.
And I think that's the big thing, too, is if David Johnson is injured, that's going to make him a champ. Cause Arizona Cardinals running back this year has been great.
Correct.
When healthy, whichever one it is.
Yep.
So, moving on to Marvin Jones. We'll save the best, quote-unquote, for last because he was the top point getter. Marvin Jones, 130,000,000% chance.
I think he's a chance again with champ upside.
Yeah, I'm not even saying champ upside because I don't think he's going to finish any higher than a wide receiver 2 this year. But he is a solid flex option. Play him if you have him. I mean, naturally, it's depending on your league and your points and your lineup, of course. But
with carry on out, Detroit's run options pretty much just screwed up.
They're going to go back to the lines of old where they're throwing the ball.
Going to have to pass a bunch, so I think that really puts a high upside on Marvin Jones.
Oh, you don't believe in the other Johnson is it Tyler Johnson? Ty Johnson.
Yeah.
I say champ.
Okay. Yeah, I'm still just giving it a chance for the time being.
Yeah, I think he's got champ upside, but I don't think it's going to be... I don't think he's going to go out and get you 4 touchdowns every week.
God, no.
But I think he could get you 1 or 2.
Here or there.
Yeah.
But, saving the quote-unquote best for last. Aaron Rodgers.
Champ.
Champ?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I still think
he's doing this without his best receivers.
And I get that, but Raiders secondary is awful. They just traded their best corner that they have too in Garyon Conley. I forget to who, but they traded him for a 3rd round pick or 4th round pick, something like that.
I think he's finally got a bounce back. I think he's finally comfortable again. I will say his best years are well behind him at this point.
Yeah.
But I think I think he carries on the rest of this year as champ. I don't see him going anywhere else. He's got the ability just to completely take over a game.
Yeah, he does, but I think Matt LaFleur is going to keep with his system of running the ball a lot and focusing on, letting that defense do its thing and just kind of ball control most of the game. And Aaron Rodgers will have those plays where he does Aaron Rodgers things and just throws off of his back foot and throws a beautiful back shoulder fade.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant calling for a fake face mask.
Yeah. Are you a fan of everybody in the NFC North besides the Packers?
No, I'm a fan of everybody against the Packers.
Yeah.
Even the Eagles. I really hate the Eagles, but I hate Aaron Rodgers and the Packers even more.
Fucking
I heard your stomach kind of give that
one. Yeah.
Fuck the Eagles.
I did throw up in my mouth.
Eagles fans are trash.
Yep. And, alright guys, that's going to move us on from champ or chance. we got our primetime pie results.
Primetime pie. Which, I'm not shocked that I'm a part of this.
Mm-hmm.
I really thought New York could have put up a bit more of a fight. I don't know why I let you and Alex go me into this. But I was like, you know what? Peer pressure's a thing, and I gave in.
You would have finished a perfect 3-0 along with me.
Yeah,
this
I
week.
would have been fine.
Yep.
Alex would have been the only one getting pied.
I'm going to quick little toot my horn here, too. I'm at 9-3.
I don't even know what I'm at. I'm sure you've got it.
You were... God, I'm trying to remember. You were 5-4. I was 2 games ahead of you, and you went 2-1. So that'll put you at 7-5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or did I say 4-3?
I don't know. Numbers are hard.
Yeah.
Because math.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out at some point.
So, Alex, you are getting a pie because you decided to take Denver for some reason over the Chiefs. But you were not alone.
Keep talking.
We are...
I'm thinking hard.
I was wondering what the hell you were doing.
Pain.
Yeah, it's like you just
What the
hurt
hell?
yourself.
No, you're good. Keep talking.
But we are both taking a pie, Alex. We'll have to figure something out to where we can get them both taken care of. Are you running numbers in your head?
Yes.
I hear you talking
Shush.
to yourself. So we'll get this sorted out, and there'll be another video with even more pie. This time, double the pie. But I'm hoping to get that safe spot, so only Alex eats the pie. So I'm gonna start practicing on the dartboard a little bit.
You were 4-4. Or no. God damn it! I can't math right now.
Oh, then stop mathing.
No, you were 4-5. That's what you were. You were
Okay.
4-5, and you went 2-1 this week, so you are 6-6.
Yeah.
So you were 6-6. I'm 9-3, which, by the way, is 75% odds. Like people who do this professionally for a living, typically, if you finish at like 60% on your picks, 60 to like 61%, that's a good year. And I'm at 75% right now, so I'm gonna keep that going. Not so humble brag.
So that moves us into Week 8's bets. You wanna
get in on this?
I don't think so.
Okay, fair enough. I'll
listen, and then
whatever.
I think maybe my odds might be good.
Now the games that we got are rough.
Yeah,
because there are 2 16.5 point spreads. Open with.
Oh, I'm not good with the spread. I don't
Yeah.
understand it a whole lot. So
13 or Thursday night game is Redskins at Vikings. Yeah, naturally you're here. 16.5 points to the Vikings.
Not surprising.
Go ahead and talk about yours and your final score prediction.
Yeah.
Before I get into mine, because I got to think it over a little bit.
I took the Vikings with the points. I don't think that the Redskins are really going to put up that much of a fight. With Adam Thielen out, it does kind of hurt it a little bit. But I think they will
there
be...
are just so many other pieces moving.
Yeah, they'll be plenty okay.
So.
And they got Dalvin Cook to just, run it straight up the gut and maybe catch a couple passes out of the backfield. With a 16.5 point spread, I got to try to figure out a freaking score that's going to encompass that. So if you want to talk a little bit, I'm going to try to figure out numbers.
Okay, so here's the really fun narrative about this game. Kirk Cousins was the quarterback of the Washington Redskins 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm. And he was making a whole lot less.
Yeah, and Case Keenum was the quarterback of the Minnesota Vikings, leading them to an NFC Championship game 2 years ago.
So, in a way, it's kind of a rivalry game.
Yeah.
I'm going 28-10 on my score, by the way.
Okay.
I like it.
All right. I'm gonna take the points with the Redskins on this one.
No way.
I think they can cover. They're not gonna win. Absolutely not. But I think they can cover a 16.5 point spread. So, with that said, I'm still gonna have the Vikings win relatively big. I'm gonna say 31-17. That's 14 points.
Yeah.
All right, so that'll move us to the Sunday night game, which I honestly think is an easy bet. Nothing's easy in the NFL ever.
It all depends on what Moore wants to do with that offense.
Right? It does. It's Packers at Chiefs on Sunday night. 2 first-place teams.
I can get in on that, I think, on the Vikings one. I think I'm going to go 34-22.
So you have the Redskins covering?
What does that mean?
I
thought I just had to be within a certain amount of numbers.
No. So the Vikings are. If you pick the Vikings to win, they have to cover. They have to win by 17 or more.
Okay.
So at that point, you'd be picking the Redskins because they would be within the 17-point range. So the Redskins don't have to win for them to cover the spread.
It has to be 17 points or more?
Yes. So you want to go like 38-20?
No. I'm going to go 34-16.
Okay. I like it. A little. You don't see a whole lot of 16 scores.
No,
So.
Let's
you really
roll
don't.
it.
Yeah. Are you fully getting in on the pie bets, or
I'll
are you
do
just
it.
okay? Cool.
I think I
gotta
understand it a little bit.
Yeah. So, Packers at Chiefs. Packers are favored by 3, and with us, when the line's 3, so typically in Vegas, if they're favored by 3, say the Packers won by 3, it'd be a wash. You'd get your money back. Like you wouldn't win anything, you wouldn't lose anything, you just get your money back.
Even.
But with us, if they're favored by 3 and you take the Packers and they win by 3, you get that. That's a win for you.
Okay.
So the Packers have to win by 3 or more if you take the Packers. The Chiefs either have to win or be within 3 points. I'm 100% taking the Packers in this game.
I got the Packers all day.
I know you are too.
It really hurts me, but without Mahomes, I mean...
I'm not going to say it's an easy win.
Do
Yeah, it's just...
as well.
The Packers are really clicking. They're up to, 6-1?
Correct.
On the season, so...
If I take the Chiefs, I just have to be like 4 points or more.
No, if you were to take the Chiefs, they would have to either lose by 2 or less or win. Outright.
And just in general?
Yeah. So that's why I think it's an easy Packers bet. Not, like I said,
it hurts my soul.
Right?
Let's see.
I'll say real quick too, because I don't like that Chiefs D a whole lot. I know they played super well against the Broncos, but they have
the Broncos.
really, really bad offensive line.
They also had a lot of penalties.
Yeah, I'm going to say
the Broncos.
Matt Moore is able to get the ball moving a little bit. So I'll say 34-24.
Let's say because the Packers have to win at least by 3.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be that 3 points. It's gonna be 31-28.
Okay.
Just by a field goal.
Yep.
That's a decent high scoring game.
Hot damn.
I am gonna take the Chiefs.
Oh.
I can't bring myself to go with Packers, so I'm gonna go and do a chance on this and say that the Chiefs win by a touchdown and the extra point. Is that enough to cover it?
Oh yeah, no, that's
7
more than
points.
enough.
Okay,
If
so they just have to win in general?
They win by 4.
no, they don't have to win by anything.
Okay.
If they win,
Just to
they
in
win.
general.
Yeah, they should
Okay,
win.
I'm gonna go.
yeah, if you're picking the Chiefs to win, you're just picking the Chiefs. You don't have to
Yeah.
worry about the spread at all.
I'm gonna go Chiefs 24-20.
Okay. Now, so we're clear, because you did fine on that. But if you were to still pick the Packers to win, but they only won like 24-23, then you're picking the Chiefs at that point because you're picking the Chiefs to cover the spread of 3 points.
So
You get what I mean?
So
You're still good. You're good with your pick. You
okay.
just picked the Chiefs. Yeah.
But even if the Packers win, but not by only by 2 or 1 point, then I still win.
Yeah, you would still get it. Yep.
Okay. Good deal.
Regardless of you saying
I
that they're
can't
going
go
to
with the
win.
Packers,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna,
Dolphins at
Right.
Steelers Monday night game.
Dolphins.
It's so hard to pick. Another 16.5 point spread.
Especially after what the Dolphins just did to the Buffalo. That's the part that, I want to say the Steelers, and I had the Steelers written down in this before you even got here. But
I made you question it a little
just
bit.
sitting here thinking about what they just did.
I know the Steelers have a worse record, but I'm going with the Steelers on this one.
I have to go for the Steelers based on how their defense has been playing.
They're
Their
coming off of the
defense.
bye. They've been clicking. They've looked better.
Yeah.
They get Mason Rudolph
Yeah, I was
back
about to
more
say,
than
Rudolph's
likely.
coming back.
So they'll be able to throw the ball downfield more. And their defense has played really well the last couple weeks.
If there's a team that's going to lose to the Dolphins this season, I don't count it being the Steelers.
No, see, and the Steelers just held the Chargers. I mean, granted, the Chargers haven't looked the greatest. They held them scoreless through 3 quarters.
Yeah. So their defense looks really good, I think. And I know Fitzpatrick has got the ball moving a little bit more. I just don't see it this game. So I'm going full blowout. We'll go 35-6.
Damn.
No, I'm not going to say 35. I said 30 for all the winning
I was going to
teams.
say 6 points.
I'll say 27-6. That's 21 points.
I was staring at it. You said 27 to what?
27-6.
Say 16.5 points. If they can hold them anywhere near the way they held the Chargers, I could see that score being very similar to what you have, but I think they're going to put up more points than that. I think it'll be 35-10.
Okay.
Well, I was going to do 33-10.
And you can take the Steelers?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, Dolphins 33. Yep, Steelers.
So do we differ enough?
Let's say, because you're the only one that took the Redskins.
Yep.
She's the only one that took the Chiefs. And we all agreed on the Steelers.
Okay.
There's enough differentiation. Somebody's getting pied.
Yeah. So I really need the Redskins to cover on the Thursday night. It's banking on the Thursday night game for me, anyways.
Yeah.
If the Redskins cover, one of you two is getting pied for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. That's going to cover it for our primetime pies. We're going to move on to our starts of the week for Week 8. Keep in mind, they're the Ravens and the Cowboys, so a good chunk of fantasy players are going to be on their pies this week. You got your Lamar Jacksons and Dak Prescott. Some Dak! But it took Melissa by surprise while she was sipping her water. But, yeah, we'll hop right in. My quarterback start of the week is the Redskins. Is the former Redskins quarterback, now Minnesota Vikings, the $84 million man, Kirk Cousins. I'm starting him. I'm playing him. I know they're.
Melissa, why do you look so sad?
$84 million.
All guaranteed too.
I know.
That's the iffy part.
That's what.
Yeah.
Like, what do we do if, say, for example, he did not do as well as he's done at least in the past 2 games?
He's still getting paid.
Like, what do? You cut your losses. You just let him go, and you're like, we're going to bring somebody in with more talent? No, you got to play this pile of shit.
He hasn't been a pile of shit the last couple weeks.
No,
He's statistically
the last
been good.
2 games, I'm saying those aside.
We got to look at the first 4 games?
I was in, like, literally in the first 4 games, I'm sitting here.
Are the Vikings 5-2 or 4-2? Do they have their bye?
No, our
No,
bye
bye
is
is week
10.
12.
Okay, yeah, it's week 10. Or
It's
no,
12.
week 12. Yeah, it's 12.
Is it?
They have
Yeah,
the same bye as the Chiefs.
Because me and
Oh,
Alex
because that's the
looked
week I play Alex.
Yep.
And all my fucking people are going to be out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Trust me, we're all going to be watching the waiver wire week 12 to see what you do.
Can't wait to lose by .76.
Our
what
benches.
if I win by .76? That's like karma, just full swing around.
But our benches are deep enough. She
I
might not
know.
have to drop
I
anybody,
know.
so it's
Yeah,
Dynasty
right.
League, so
My bench,
it's rough, man. I know.
Jesus,
Sports
I
are
have 4
dumb.
tight ends.
Yeah.
I mean, just what am I
Stop
going
being
to do?
greedy.
I don't know.
Some
Take
of us...
Ricky Seals-Jones?
No.
Fuck. Ricky Seals-Jones for Kirk Cousins.
God.
Jesus.
Trash trades.
I don't care. That's, in my opinion, he's still just very big question mark for me.
Oh,
I
100%.
don't have faith in him as much as I'd like to. Let's move on.
Now,
I'm
real quick, I'm
irritated.
gonna come up with his numbers. Against the Redskins, they are 20th against QBs this year, giving up 20.71 points per game. Now, I know he's down Thielen, which hurts him. It hurts his ceiling, honestly. But I still think they'll be able to move the ball a lot, and I think they'll be fine playing in a primetime game, which usually primetime, like the Thursday games, either end up being super low scoring or a blowout. You
Yeah.
saw the blowout last week
Yep.
with the Chiefs. So I'm calling it. Their team is so much better than the Redskins,
Thank you.
and it is. Talent wise, the Vikings are hella fun to watch, and I'm of Nordic descent, so naturally I should have a natural
sort of
sway.
interest in
yeah,
it,
in a team called the Vikings. So,
Yeah.
and purple and gold is a cool little color scheme too. I'll give them that.
Say, my quarterback this week, I think he's going to have another bounce back. I really wouldn't say another bounce back. Another good game. He's going up against the Bengals, who are 27th against quarterbacks, giving up 23.4 points, is King Goffrey, Jared Goff. So
That's pretty good.
I think he'll be able to really kind of pick apart that defense a little bit. Maybe get Cooper Kupp and Brandon Cook some decent points. He was really one of the... I had a whole bunch of options. You took the other one I was going to go for.
Yeah.
So I went Jared Goff. I figure he's going to carry it and put up some big points this week.
Awesome. We'll move on to your running back.
My running back is Chris Carson against the Falcons.
Yuck.
Who, admittedly, they're only 21st against running backs.
Let me say real quick, not yuck to your pick, yuck to the Falcons.
Oh, to the Falcons, yeah.
The Dan Quinn coach defense.
Yeah. So
3 lead.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're 21 against running backs.
They haven't bounced back.
18.5 points to the running back position. Seattle's an incredibly aggressive, run-heavy offense.
Yep.
Chris Carson's a phenomenal running back. I think he's just going to power through that defensive line.
One of those
I agree.
super aggressive runners that I love.
Yeah, just violent.
Yep. I got a double banger. Aaron Jones, Jamal Williams against the Chiefs, who are 26 against running backs this year at 20.29 per game, even if you split the difference.
You almost have to pick both because they're splitting.
Yeah, because they're splitting so much time.
Yeah.
It's hard to pick one or the other.
Yeah.
And I know more draft capital was spent on Aaron Jones, but they really seem to like Jamal Williams, and he does seem to have the talent. So
It's really one of those things that's kind of up in the air. When I just take a step back and look at it, it was like Shady McCoy and Damian Williams. It's like, who do I play?
And it's getting to the point now with them. We'll talk about that real quick, where they're leaning more towards Shady.
Shady and his
Damian didn't get
terrifying run style.
I think Darrell Williams got on the field more than Damian Williams this last week.
I played Damian Williams and. Or I had McCoy in 1 week, and he did 1.6 or something. So I ended up
swapped
switching
him, yeah.
and I think he goosed or something. Williams did not do
He
shit for me.
Yeah, this last week.
And McCoy put up damn near 10 points.
Yep.
So that's just my luck, and I'll just roll with it. Be shitty.
All right, and I'm going to move on to my wide receiver start of the week. I already spoiled it earlier. John Brown against the 32nd ranked Eagles defense.
Yeah.
Their secondary is fucking
what
bad.
happened to their defense?
They just cut Orlando Scandrick today. The former Cowboys slot corner, and he did well against the Jets. He had that strip sack against Luke Falk. What the Falk? He had that strip sack and then ran it in for a touchdown. But
Yeah.
he has looked bad in coverage. I mean, all of them do. Jalen Mills and
that whole secondary.
Avonte Maddox, and it sucks because Malcolm Jenkins is back there, and he's a really good safety. But what can he do if the corners aren't covering anybody?
Yeah. So he has no help,
and their linebackers can't cover for shit, and it showed. So go ahead and start up your. I mean, even look at Cole Beasley in the slot too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was super serviceable this last week. So
I got DeAndre Hopkins, which he's one of those guys that you expect everybody to start anyway, but I think a lot of people were wavering on him.
I think after this week, he's a safe bet to be in people's
Well, yeah.
lineups.
So he's been one of those guys.
I picked Saquon Barkley.
And shut up. But in my Yahoo league, he's gotten me nothing more than 8 points every time because it's a non-PPR league.
I'm going to start telling you you're not allowed to reference wide receivers in your Yahoo league anymore.
Because it's non-PPR.
Because it's non-PPR.
Yeah, but still.
If you're in a non-PPR league, find a different league next year.
But, I mean, even in our league that is PPR, he's not putting up massive points.
No.
So I know a lot of people were down on him, and then this week he finally gets his bounce back game. And I think that can only continue against the Raiders, who are the only team the Eagles are the only team worse than the Raiders in the secondary because they're giving up 28.6 points to the wide receiver position.
DeAndre's at wide receiver 8 right now, so he's going to be started.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you a little bit of shit for
That's
that
fine.
one.
I don't care.
The chalkiest pick you could make. I taste antacid in my mouth.
But see, it's the same thing you're going to do for my tight end pick. And I don't care.
I'll say
because I went Travis Kelce.
I taste Tums right now because that was so chalky.
Yeah. So my tight end pick was Travis Kelce against the Packers. We're 24th against tight ends, giving up 8.1.
I'm more okay with this one because Kelce has underperformed, and if somebody out there picked up Darren Waller late in the draft, or picked him up off of waivers, or picked up Hunter Henry after he was injured, or anything like that, they might be considering to start him. So I'm more okay with you picking Travis Kelce. Still think it's a little chalky, but oh yeah, I gotta tell you guys my tight end.
That's usually how this works.
Yeah. It's literally just in there as Titans tight end right now. Because Jonnu Smith got most of the targets and actually played pretty well. So whichever one is going to be in and starting most of the time, if it's Jonnu Smith, go with him. If it's Delanie Walker, they're saying he's fully healthy and he's going to be the starter, go with him. Because the Bucs are 31st against tight ends this year, giving up 11 points per game. Might have to take a shot on one or the other. So
it's worth it.
I don't know if Delanie's going to play.
Yeah, it's old man with his Delanie Walker.
Tennis balls and all.
Delanie Walker, Texas Ranger. But
that was reaching.
Yeah. I just like tight ends against the Bucs, man, and naturally because the Cardinals have been so bad, minus Evan Ingram against tight ends, we have a gentleman's agreement that we're not going to pick whoever's playing the Cardinals that week.
Yeah.
So if you have a tight end going against the Cardinals, start him.
Right, exactly.
All right, guys. Our last segment of the evening, our CWFL. You know all about what happened with me and Melissa's matchup.
They don't know all about it.
Well, just
they
about
know enough.
She needed 27 points from the Patriots defense tonight and got 26. It's depending on stat corrections, of course, because it's so fucking close. It's tighter than a nun's vagina.
Good God.
Holy shit.
151.1 to 150.96
.14
is the difference right now.
The amount of panic that was on Dylan's face the entire last 8 minutes of that
I
game.
have no fingernails left.
I was sweating like a whore in church.
Yeah, because you came in,
Holy
dude, I'm
shit.
sweating. And he's like, I was like, dude, why are you sweating? It's like 60 outside. It's only 70 in my house. No,
Having a hot flash.
Check the league.
I looked like that
Shit.
gif of Jordan Peele, just
Oh,
sweat, just dripping, pouring out of his face. But yeah, it was super close. Good game.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
Proud of me for what?
Your team is still good. Okay,
Guys, I think I have a decent team this year.
Yeah.
Smiley face.
And if you were able to sneak this one out, it would have put you at the same record as me at
I
4-3.
I know. And
So-
now I'm going 3-4.
It's with how many middling teams there
Hey,
are in our league.
I'm
May I
3
say?
and 4.
Yeah,
Well,
what's y'all?
good day, Seth. I am in 9 leagues total, and
Good God.
Holy shit! I thought you matched mine.
8 leagues I won this week.
And you lost by point.
Oh,
Point
that-
one
that-
for
Just
to
even hearing that,
Dylon.
to hear that I broke your undefeated streak this week really tickles my
I'm so
grundle.
pissed off. I don't win things like this. This could have just been a really good confidence booster.
Nope. Joke was on you.
My wife defending my honor yet again.
Yet again.
One of my 2 losses I've had, I lost to Chad last week, and she comes out and just fiercely defends.
The fans. It's like she's like your
defense-
personal hitman.
Yeah, defends her man's honor.
That burp's gonna sound so good on the mic.
Oh, I
What's that
know.
called in
Excuse me.
Call of Duty when you come back and you kill the person that killed you?
Revenge?
No, is that what it sounds?
No.
Is
It's
revenge.
no, it's
Payback?
It's something else.
no, it's like called comeback or something like that.
Yeah, it's something.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it, but
I haven't played Call of Duty in like 5 years. The game is hot garbage.
Shout out to my little brother, Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
That's how every year, dude. He's like, oh my god, the new Call of Duty. He's 17, so that makes sense.
That sounds like something your
Yeah.
brother would say.
But yeah, she put a thwomping on Chad, so that'll be another 3-4 team with Sierra.
Would you say
156 to 122.
Mac put a hurting on Alex.
Yes, he did.
I don't know what is up with Alex's team. The only team did not break 100 points.
So far this year.
I think he's done it twice.
Has he? Sorry, buddy.
Alex, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you've missed
If
out
he
on...
was here to defend himself, I'm sure his staple this year is like, my team's so young.
Yeah, that's
It's
all.
so young.
I wish if I could go back and... Oh, I can.
You'd think he was into human trafficking with how young his team is.
Jesus, dude.
Ooh.
No, okay. That it was just the first time.
Yeah.
So
I think it was the first time for anybody in our league to
I'm
break 100.
gonna check on that.
Brandon broke 100 barely. He finished like 100 point something. So, and then AJ.
It was 100.62 against Mac last week.
AJ got fucking boat raced.
Yeah, I did. It was just I had no chance in this game from the beginning.
Brandon, the only person above 160 in our league, put up 215.5.
Yeah, and he was fucking 1-5.
Yeah.
The last place guy in our league, I just got throttled by. And I don't want to play sports games anymore. I don't want to play fantasy.
I don't want to do the sports balls no more.
Yeah, I'm going to stop being... I'll keep talking to you guys, but I don't want to do it no more. I'm going to take my ball, I'm going to go home, even though I'm already in my house, and I'm just going to stay there, because sports depress me.
Real quick, we almost exclusively talk about CWFL. Quick little shout out to my good buddy Rudy in our Friendoverse League.
Who thought he beat you.
Yeah. He's the dumb of the week. he texts me talking shit, saying he's like, hey man, can I get a shout out since I beat you by 0.1? And I look at the league and I'm like, no you didn't. I was up by I think I beat him by 2.1. Or no, 1.9. So he the
stat corrections.
Yeah, no, Zeke had a 20 Zeke had a 20-yard run. We were done after the Sunday night game. Zeke had a 20-yard run towards the end when they were trying to ice the game. And
you beat him by 1.9.
Yeah, 1.9, and he's like, "Hey man, do I get a shout out on the show because I beat you by 0.1?" I was like, "No, I mean you're my buddy though, so I can give you a shout out." So good for you, Rudy. You got dumb of the week.
Oh man, does he get a toilet now? I can't wait to get a soundboard working for us.
Like a Ferris Bueller.
All right, guys.
So that's going to do it for CWFL and my depressing team.
All right, guys.
Mine too.
That's going to wrap us up for the week, too. We're inching closer. We've got some stuff coming up where we might be able to get 2 episodes out per week. That's in a couple weeks, so we'll...
That's a little farther down the line. It's definitely something... I don't know what you just did.
Shooting my spidey webs.
Oh.
No,
slinging a yo-yo.
No, my wrist was locked up, so I had to try to crack it really hard.
We wish we could have started this off as 2 shows a week, because we could have not, punched an hour and a half into every episode.
I mean, with it only being a week long, people can break it up, though.
Yeah. So, but...
It takes me like 3 days to listen to.
Well, the last one,
yeah.
At 2 hours. We'll come in at under an hour and a half on this one.
So it's something we want to do. It's something we've talked about. And I think give us a couple more weeks. You'll probably see us on an extra show a week. Anything is indeed possible at this point. So
Kirk Cousins can...
If Kirk Cousins can have a top 5 quarterback week.
We can't end this show talking about quarterbacks.
Why?
I need to know Melissa's decision on the pie bet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. I have a counter offer. And that is that he comes up to at least 22nd. Not 20th.
No, I'll take 20th. I'm not.
I can't do 20th.
I can't do 22nd because that's too possible.
In one QB league, now keep in mind, QB 20 is not great.
I understand that, but I was looking at the list and just scrolling on through, perusing.
I can honestly see him getting 22 easily.
Easily?
Yes.
Make it 20.
Then he...
21?
I'm going top 20 or higher.
If he can easily do 22, I'll do 20.
Hot damn.
And this is...
Pie bet!
This is by the end of the season?
By the end of this season.
End of year. Yeah, end of year. And that's including week 17. Because I know we don't play in week 17 because that's fucking stupid if you're in a league that's like that.
Yeah.
Say bye-bye. But, yeah, so whatever. If he finishes at 20 or higher, you get to pie AJ. If he finishes 21st or lower, AJ gets to pie you.
All right.
Okay.
And you could potentially get a pie this week, too. So
Right.
This next week, I should say.
All the pies.
Well, I took the Chiefs over the Packers without Patrick Mahomes. So we'll see.
Ballsy. She had more balls than the 2 guys on the show.
Danger is my middle name.
What's going on?
I'm starting the music.
Oh, okay. It's just weird because
I forgot to include it into the other section. So
yeah. All right, guys. That's gonna wrap us up for the week. Keep supporting us. Check out our Facebook, our Twitter. Twitter's at Beard Bros.
No,
FF Pod.
it's was it just
Beard Bros FF Pod?
I think it's FF. I think you took pod off.
Okay. Yeah, at Beard Bros FF.
It's somewhere on Twitter. Just look
up Beard Brothers Football Pod.
Yeah, it's Beard Brothers Fantasy Football Podcast on YouTube and Facebook. The Instagram is still Beard Brothers Football Pod, I believe, until I
Or
change
at
it.
BB Football Pod.
Something like that.
Yeah.
We'll get it right
It's
eventually.
one of those things. Just go on a search.
Yeah, we keep changing things too
If
often.
you just look up Beard Brothers Fantasy Football Podcast, you'll find
us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just the
Same.
name of the show.
And say, don't forget to check out atbsports.net, as they are the ones presenting us with their good articles and everything like that. So,
Shout out to Chandler. Shout out to Alex.
yep.
Appreciate the support, guys.
Until then, we shall see you in the future.
Good day.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.